Hi everybody, my name is Daisy. I'm a part of the part-time MSW program at CSUN. I know before choosing to go to CSUN, I was very anxious and had a lot of questions and wondered what the program would be like. So I thought I'd make a video kind of addressing my experience as a working adult and how the program has been for me so far. So the first thing I was really anxious about was kind of like how I would balance work and school and internship and everything, because as a part-time student you do have internship your first year unless you defer it, and for me it's been difficult, but still doable. So I work Monday through Friday at a high school, and then I do my internships Wednesday and Saturday. So thankfully I have an amazing boss who worked with me with my schedule, and we were able to move some of my hours around so that I can still make it to my internship. So I go Wednesday, and then on Saturday I also complete the other half of my internship hours. So it is doable, but I do want to point out that it does come with a lot of stress, because there's still homework that you need to think about, and just all the readings and staying up to date with the class. But I think it is still doable, and I know that a lot of people in my class still work full-time, and if not, they also most people have a part-time job. For me personally, I only applied to CSUN for a social work program. I had applied to another school for another program, and I've gotten it, and I got in, but the reason I chose CSUN was because it was closer to home for me, so it made working and having an internship easier. I know a lot of people have questions around CSUN being a generalist program and not having specific concentrations. I personally don't have a problem with it. I think I had a general idea of what concentration I would like to have, but it's also been kind of great getting a little glimpse of everything. Since I am part-time, I haven't taken every class, but I do think just like the generalist approach gives you more insight and perspective to the different concentrations that you could take. I remember also really being anxious about internship placement. So for me, I didn't hear back about my internship until maybe June, or no, actually I'm lying. I didn't hear back about my internship until end of July, which was making me really nervous, because we started classes in August. But I guess the reasoning behind the delay for my situation was because I had asked to do evenings and a weekend. And most agencies run Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. So I think it was very difficult for them to find something for me. In the end, I did have to make a couple of sacrifices. I didn't get full evening hours during the week, but I was able to make it work thanks to my job that was really flexible with me. So one thing that I was really curious about is what the class schedules would look like. And so each semester for the part-time program, you have 3 classes. One of those classes though is a 1-hour class that meets once a week. It's a practicum class where we kind of just discuss our internship. And we have a little project that we do at the end of the year that's called the footprint project, where we kind of give back to our internships to make it either a better place or easier for future interns to be at. And then you also have 2 additional classes that are core classes. Those classes are about 2.5 hours long, I think. We go from 7 to 9:45 on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays it's from 6 to 8:45. So it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, when it comes to the amount of homework or the homework load, I wouldn't say that it's undoable or necessarily very hard. I think that the professors do a really good job at explaining things to the class, and a lot of it is just kind of giving a reflection of what you're learning. I don't think it's hard, but I do think it is time consuming, because you in grad school, you actually really care about the work that you're doing. So I think that's what makes it very time consuming, because you just care a lot more about the work that you're doing. Or at least that's what it was like for me. I don't think that the work is difficult. I just think that it takes a lot of time. Especially for me this semester, we're reading a book and the chapters are so long, so I have to dedicate like 4 to 5 hours of my week to reading so that I make sure I'm able to do the homework. Now, I did see that there were some questions regarding like if I enjoy my time at CSUN, and I think the answer to that is yes. I know it's yes. I've made a lot of great friends in the program, even though it's part-time and we're not at school all week. I still have made really great friends. I've learned so much, and again, like CSUN worked for me in my situation where it was close to home. My internship's not that far from my home, and my job is within the area, so it makes it easy to go straight from work to school. I do want to say though, like if you haven't heard back, I wouldn't give up. I actually didn't have the easiest time during my application. There was some sort of mix up with the deadlines, and they sent out the wrong deadline to my letter of recommendation people. And so I actually got denied at first because they said that my application was incomplete. I had given up. I was like, okay, looks like I'm not going to grad school this year. And then, they reached out in May and were like, hey, we're so sorry. Like, we messed up. We'd love to invite you for an interview. And, the rest is history. So please don't give up. Don't lose hope. I actually also applied in 2020 and got waitlisted. I like to think that things happen for a reason. And right after I did my interview and got notice of my waitlist, the pandemic started. And I think it just wasn't the right time for me because I'm someone who has to be in the classroom and does a lot better being in person. So, if you don't get in this year, that's okay. I hope you don't give up, and just know that there's always next year. I hope I answered some of your guys' questions or curiosities. I am open to making more videos. Please leave any questions or topics that you want me to talk about in the comments. I am planning on making a day in the life, actually a week in the life video, just so you can see like how you might need to shift things around. I know that like my day-to-day changed when I started grad school. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for watching.